Yo, what's up guys? Colby here, bringing you a guest champion guide for League Top 10. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play some Sivir like a boss. She is not your average face roll champion. She requires some finesse, strategy, and a little bit of skill to be utilized correctly, but in the next 15 minutes I'll be making all of your Sivir haters cringe at the thought that you ever underestimated this powerhouse carry. Oh! Ouch, Poppy, you got flash boomeranged. Let's go ahead and jump into the skills. First of all, Boomerang Blade. This is her Q. She hurls a boss blade like a boomerang, dealing damage each way. Yes, you can hit twice with one cast of this. It's going to take a lot of health out of an enemy champion. Check that out. Hit her once each way with a boomerang. Takes her down to half health with an auto attack or two. You're also going to be using this sucker to be farming up your creep waves. Try and throw it whenever the creeps are coming at you and get all of them in the same hurl, and there you go. Now, basically, you're just going to get a ton of kills on that Q. As you get your damage items built up, you'll see that you want to try and lead people to where they're going. It is quite a slow spell when you throw it out. However, if you're able to get both attacks off on your champion, check this out. It does so much damage. Look at her health drop just from my auto attacks and from throwing the boomerang at her. She should not have jumped in there, for one thing. She definitely regrets that one. So you're gonna really do tons of damage if you're able to get your boomerang down. Try not to whiff it and throw it just in random spots. You're gonna be using it as harassment before you go into team fights. Dang, look at that Shaco. His life just really throws itself down. I know that I can take out this Pantheon, so I flash in and go after him. I know that he's going to try and jump on me and stun me in the tower. It's not a big deal. He's low health, and I'm able to take him out. The next spell is your Ricochet. Turn it on, it's a toggle. Each of Sivir's attacks will bounce between targets, dealing reduced damage with each successive hit. Basically, you want to hit the target with the least amount of armor, because then that way you do the highest damage on the first hit. Everything else after that is going to be, you know, do a little bit more damage. Armor Pen makes it work really well as well for that. And basically, whenever you're attacking towers such as this, turn that sucker on. It'll bounce off of the tower and attack all the creeps as well. So it's very nice. Your E-Spell Shield creates a magical barrier which blocks one enemy's spell and gives you a little bit of mana back. Check this out. Booyah! Just baited out that Galio ult. Pop your E at the right time and that'll block it. Right here, I know that Pantheon's going to try and jump on me, so I pop it just at the right time and avoid the stun, giving me a little bit of time to get away. You'll also be using it to bait out attacks to give you extra mana. I knew that that chick was going to throw her spear at me, so I just ran out in the open and let her throw it, hit my E, got some mana back. Finally, you have your ultimate, On the Hunt, which grants you and your allies faster movement and faster attack speeds for a short period of time. There's two different situations where you'll be using On the Hunt. First of all is in the laning phase. Whenever you are at a tower by yourself and there's a couple of minions with you, pop that sucker and see if you can do as much damage as possible to a tower. Now, I'm not going to be able to kill this, I know. The tower will be able to kill the minions before I can take out the tower, because I am a little bit low. I don't have a ton of damage yet. So I'm just going to throw out the boomerang, turn on the W, see if I can kill the creep wave while attacking the tower at the same time. Just go ahead and get the next creep wave, see if I can do a little bit more damage. Probably not. Yes, the Morgana gets there. However, I did take the tower down to half, so one more like that and I will have it down. Now, also, you're going to be using this sucker in team fights whenever you want to catch up to the enemy team. We just took out one of their guys, and we need to chase them down, so I'll pop my ult. That gives my allies some increased run speed. We're going to chase everybody down, throw my boomerang out, do a ton of damage. Kennen jumps in with his ult, and we just ace their team, and that is your ultimate. Now, I've got it for a little bit longer, so I'm going to go ahead and attack this tower, turn on my Ricochet, throw a boomerang, kill all the creeps, got the tower. Try not to use your ultimate just at the very start of a fight. Right here, as you saw, I waited to use it until the enemy team was kind of running away. So I saw that advantage. I turned it on so that we could chase them down. Obviously, you can also use it for situations in which you have to actually run away. Now, hopefully you don't use it just for escaping, since it is an offensive spell, but I believe you get the idea. Now, your passive is actually pretty cool. It's something worth noting. If you're moving with Sivir, like if you're actually running, you have a high chance of dodging attacks. So right there, Ash shoots at me, and I dodge the attack. Now, it's something you're not really going to like try and use actively, but it's going to be very nice whenever you avoid a whole lot of damage just by running around. You can do a little bit of harass on enemy champions early game, and then as you're running and the creeps are trying to attack you, you'll dodge a couple of attacks as well. Anyways, let's jump into masteries real quick. We just do the standard 2109 to get the increased experience. You want to level up as fast as possible, and obviously the increased damage. Going on to the runes, I like to grab quints and reds, damage per level. I'll get cooldown reduction, flat cooldown reduction on blues, and mana regen per 18 on the yellows. The reason for that is that you're a late game hero, you want as much damage as possible. Your Q spell does scale with your attack damage, so you want as much attack damage as possible. For your early game, pick up the Doran's Blade, try and do some last hitting. Don't use your W in the lane. You don't want the lane to push up too far. Grab your E spell at level 2, check it out there. Just use it anytime someone tries to stun you or shoot a spell at you. Now, if you get ganked in a lane and you have to go back, depending on how much money you have farmed up at that point, or if you're forced back, you're going to want to buy different items. So here I have enough money to buy a BF sword and my Zerker Greaves, so I want to go ahead and do that. That is the ideal situation to be able to afford that BF sword as fast as possible. Now, if you cannot buy the BF sword as you go back, let's say there's some reason that you feel like you have to go back and you do not have the money, it's actually better for you to go ahead and pick up those Zerker Greaves right away and then get 1 or 2 more Doran's Blades if you can afford those. Here I can afford the Zerker Greaves and 1 more Doran Blade and then a ward as well. Now you always want to get wards so that you can avoid ganks or put wards at dragons and that sort of thing. There's a few different ways you can go as your in-game build. However, the main core build is going to be the Bloodthirster and the Last Whisper. You want to get those always. First build the Bloodthirster and then build the Last Whisper. That's going to give you the maximum amount of damage. After that, I personally prefer to go for the Warmogs and Anatmas. You could also go for another Bloodthirster, then perhaps some other item like a Banshee's Veil or a Guardian Angel. However, for me, I just prefer Warmogs and Anatmas as my final game items after the Last Whisper. So here you're going to see I got my core items. I'm able to do a ton of damage, run in there, do my ult, kill off a couple of people. I keep my W on at all times so I can bounce spells off of everybody. We're trying to zone out this guy. He's going to run straight into the boomerang. Booyah, right in the face. Not good for that guy. The Nidalee gets almost killed. The Tristana goes and jumps after her, but she has flash as well. Nidalee jumps over the wall, gets stunned by Aurelia, and boom. Boomerang takes her out for the KS. Heck yeah. Okay, so now I kind of want to discuss the summoner abilities that you want to get on Sivir. I personally prefer to take Flash and Teleport. Now right here we're trying to push the tower in, however we just can't do it. They're holding too strong, so we decide to go ahead and push the bottom lane since it is vulnerable. Now what I'm going to do is actually go ahead and go right up to the top, and hopefully my team, what they need to do is just push that down, don't engage or tower dive if possible, and I'm just going to keep pushing this lane. They're going to be forced to either lose top or give up bottom. Now I've got teleport, so if something goes sour on the bottom, I can go ahead and teleport to the bottom. Now, Sivir is that farming type of champion. I just got a ton of gold right there. I'm going to keep pushing this lane. What you want to do after you kill a creep wave such as that is you're going to want to run ahead of your minions, and as you meet the extra creep wave, throw your boomerang straight at it and turn on your bouncy blades, and you'll kill the entire creep wave almost instantly. So I'm going to do that one more time. Now, I'm a little bit late on this one, but if you see on the minimap, my team's actually already engaging in the fight. We just lose our Karthus, and I'm like, oh crap. So I go ahead and peek down bottom, get ready to teleport in. I see that everybody's really low and about to die. And I'm just going to come up here, clean up, and see if I can go ahead and finish pushing this tower down for our team. Now, I didn't push the tower down up top. If our team would have been a little bit smarter, they would have waited just a bit for me to get it. But nonetheless, we went ahead and finished that off. You're going to get tons and tons of kills on your Q spell. Getting really good at throwing that sucker is what's going to make you really powerful in team fights as well as your solo battles. Here, I knew that I can take the LeBlanc on by just auto-attacking and throwing out my boomerang spell. And lo and behold, it worked out. So here comes a gank on me. I go ahead and pop my flash. That helps me get away from the potential gank and death there. He wasted his ult just to try and get me. Luckily, I had that flash and I was able to get away. Now, basically, let's talk some strategy here. When you're playing with Sivir, what you really want to do is farm, 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 farm. Try and get as much CS as possible and get yourself up to that Bloodthirster and Last Whisper. Now I'm going to be trying to peek towards the mid lane here because I know that there's a Shaco running around and I saw him earlier on the map. So I'm just going to kind of stay close. Anytime I get a chance, I'm going to run up, throw a boomerang, get me a little bit of CS in the lane, and try to keep this push just a bit. I've got a ward to see. And look, there we go. I saw the Shaco on the minimap, and I know this guy's overextended, and I know he's going to get ganked. So I'm going to go ahead and run down here as fast as possible. I'm pretty sure this guy guy's going to die. And, wow, he just barely gets away because he pops his little passive shield there. That's pretty nice. We have a card that's in the map, so he just barely able to get him low enough. I can run up, I pop my ultimate so I can run faster, and I'm able to auto attack that Malphite down for an early gank. I know that the Shaco's running back as well. He can't hold the lane. I've pushed top, so I'm not going to worry about top going down, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my advantage and push this tower. So anytime you possibly can on Sivir, you want to push those towers down. You are a tower pushing champion. Towers win games, and the fact that Sivir can just do that so easily, kill creep waves, get the CS up, get tons of items, and be stronger than everybody else. You'll be like level 17 or 18. Everyone else is, 14 and 15. That's the strength of Sivir right there. And then even late game, you're going to become a DPS powerhouse. So I'm able to get a gank, take out the mid tower, and since I had my top lane pushed in, I'm able to get all the way back up to the top by the time the creep wave is ready for me to farm it all over again. And that's what you want to do on Sivir. Run back and forth between the lanes, farm the minions, and push the towers. See if you can save your teleport as much as possible to get to team fights or to push a lane that's about to die and that sort of thing. Anyhow, one thing to note is that early game you are super squishy, and as you see there, I made the mistake of running close to the bush, and that guy was just sitting there waiting for me. I try to run away. Luckily, Sivir's got a spell shield. I wait for him to shoot out his stun and try and juke backwards towards my tower instead of running past, because I know he would kill me if I had kept running. I'm able to take out his shield because the tower was attacking him, and there's no way he can get the gank. But you got to be careful. Now here's a game where we're in pretty big trouble. We're kind of even on kills. However, the other team is actually much more powerful than us. If we were to engage right now, we would just completely get destroyed. So try and use some leadership when you're playing Sivir. I'm telling my team to just stay back, try not to get harassed too much, and I'm just going to wait for my moment for somebody to make a mistake. I throw my boomerang out anytime I get a chance, and I'm just going to sit here, farm up minions. Anytime the minion wave comes, I'm going to go ahead and throw my boomerang on it so that they don't get free tower attacks. Looks like our Gragas actually is the one that makes the mistake, so I'm going to run up, do as much damage as possible. I see that the Gragas gets ulted by the Mordekaiser, so I'm just going to go ahead and kill that thing so Mordekaiser becomes weaker. Keep on auto-attacking. I'm going to go ahead and run back. I don't want to get destroyed by that bird. Luckily, he overextended, got killed by the tower. The bird gets egged. I can take the kill. That's the double kill. This guy is even going low. My auto-attack is able to take out 3 of them. I get the triple kill, and there we go. I have my teleporter up. I see the top lane is about to get pushed, so I just teleport straight up top, and I keep on pushing. And that's what you want to do. We just got a really, really good fight there, and now I'm going to be able to take this tower. Hopefully my team takes the advantage and pushes that mid as well. So there you have it. We just put a very close game into our favor, and I'm just going to keep on pushing this lane just a little bit longer. And I'm checking the timers. Looks like the enemy champions are about to come up. Just going to run into this bush, teleport out. I should have enough now to buy my last whisper. Definitely. I've got about, I think, 2,500 gold. These minions are going to do a little bit of damage to the tower. I don't want to overextend and lose the advantage by dying here, but that's exactly how you want to play Sivir. Moving on, later into this game, I get way out of position right after buying. It looks like the enemy champions are going to come after me. Instead of running towards the middle, I'm going to go ahead and bait these guys up here. I go ahead and pop my flash, hoping that I can get away. They are definitely going to keep chasing me, so that's good. That's in my favor because I know that my team's there. Here comes Arteric with the stun. Got a little bit DPS coming. It's looking kind of bad unless we can get in correct positioning. Alright, looking at the Mordekaiser's items, I know that I am stronger than him. Since Tarek's ult is on, I'm just going to go ahead and kill him almost instantly. Auto attack down anyone that's close to me and out of position from their team, because without stuns, I'm just going to sit there, auto attack, get my HP back from a full farmed up Bloodthirster, and then I start pinging Baron. I say, come on team, don't chase, let's go straight to Baron and get this Baron and let's push the game. That's what you want to do. Don't worry about chasing down and trying to get KS. Just kill those towers, kill the creeps, and eventually what's going to happen is you're going to end up winning the game. That's what you want to do on Sivir. She is a tower pushing, minion killing champion. Play her this way and you'll have success. That's Colby Cheese, and I'll see you guys next time.